Guys, Kevin here to bring you a brand new video where today we're going to be doing day 16 of Failed Film February, I believe. Holy crap, I've kind of lost count. But yeah, day 16. This video is going to be uncut because I'm a little strapped for time and literally didn't have time to record a video last night. It's just been like so crazy lately, and like, you know, this past day was like the craziest day yet for like trying to watch a movie. It's just like insane. Anyways, the movie I watched the other night was Memoirs of an Invisible Man. This was actually a really good film, actually. Like, not even like exaggerating, like I really liked this movie. I think it was good. Like, I really thought it was going to be bad because like I'm probably gonna upload a thumbnail that looks like really shitty because of like how bad this movie's like poster looks, because it's literally like a semi-transparent Chevy Chase, and yeah, it just looks kind of stupid. And also the movie's called Memoirs of an Invisible Man, so I mean it's like, come on, like really. But this movie is like, I enjoyed it. Like, so you get like this like storytelling format with like Chevy Chase's character, you know, essentially like retelling the events that happened that led to him becoming invisible. And it's kind of like, it's not like saying like, oh, here's all the good things that you do when you're invisible. It's kind of like saying like, this is a man's like struggle, you know, someone who's like disturbed, and you know, his character is like complex in a way that feels like it's interesting to watch, because like, you know, he's like this guy who like, you know, lives alone and like has no one, but yet like when he becomes invisible he feels like so out of place in the world, and you know, it's like his struggle to try to like, you know, make his life work basically while being invisible. And there's just like so many things done here that involve like being invisible, with like different like tricks and, you know, different like scenarios that play out that are just like so interesting to see. And you know, this is John Carpenter, who is my favorite director, so I mean, I guess it shouldn't come as a surprise that I enjoyed this, because you know, John Carpenter is great at creating suspense. Like, he can create suspense in so many movies, and this isn't even really a horror movie, but like there's still like suspenseful like moments here where it's like, it's really well done, with like what's happening to this character. And he's basically like a man on the run who has to try to like, you know, escape from like I guess authorities. And that is kind of like a weird thing about it, because like this whole thing is like this guy played by Sam Neill and these other guys are like people trying to catch him, but they don't really seem like police per se. They seem more like I don't know, government agents, like, I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, he's like a man on the run who has to like, you know, do what he can to like survive. And you know, there's like different things, different implications about like, you know, trying to like fit in the world, I guess, as a guy like this. And you know, it is like suspenseful also just because like, you know, the score is good too, even though it's not a John Carpenter score. But you know, the score like builds that intensity of like, you know, this guy who's like trying to like get away. And you know, like, I really didn't think Chevy Chase would be good in this role, but Chevy Chase is good in this role. Like, he is like funny at times with like, you know, all these things that keep happening to him, and he's also just like, you know, he plays like this like psychologically disturbed character really well. And you know, he fully embraces that with like, you know, he's all like messed up in the head with how he is. And you know, he's got like a personality, and I think there's like nuance there to like who he is, that Chevy Chase, like, he pulls it off like surprisingly well, and I didn't think he would. And also Sam Neill is really good here too. I mean, it's interesting because like he's not like necessarily playing a villain here, but like I guess like you could put him in like the antagonist role. Like, he is the antagonist, but like he's not trying to be like a villain, I guess. So it's interesting, but yeah, like Sam Neill is really good here with what he's given, and also some people said they weren't good, but Daryl Hannah is like a really good romantic interest for Chevy Chase. I think they go together pretty well, and you do have a romance here too. That's I thought was pretty well done. No, this movie's not perfect, certainly. Like, I feel like the writing with like the story and like the different dialogue that these characters come up with, like at times it feels like there's a little bit to be desired there. I'm just like like sometimes I'm like I'm not really like getting with this, like with like where this is going and who these characters are sometimes. There's one character named Richard who just like has this like accent that's so like off-putting and often terrible. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. The whole premise for like how this guy, Nick Holloway, Chevy Chase, becomes invisible is really stupid, actually, because basically he runs to the bathroom and a guy spills some coffee on a machine, and then the machine like blows up, and because Chevy Chase is inside, he becomes invisible, and the guys at the factory or whatever, they can't even explain how it happened. Like, they said that they weren't even creating invisible technology. It was just like a freak accident with like how this exploded, or this system malfunctioned or whatever, and because he got caught in it, he became invisible. Like, it's so stupid, like how this like comes about. It really bothered me at times with like when you like think about like, okay, this is how he became invisible. Really? A fucking cup of coffee? Like, come on, dude. Like is that what happens when you spill coffee on a machine? Does the entire building like fucking get like engulfed by these like electronic things, and like like some of the building was like invisible too, so like there were like things in the building that became invisible, including Chevy Chase. So it's like, what? Like that's like the thing that bothered me most. But yeah, I mean, it's only a small portion of it, but it's just like, you could like make so much more effort to like really break down the science of this and like how it happened and whatnot, but they just don't, and it's pretty lazy. And yeah, they just like, they don't go into it at all. Like, he tries to like consult this like doctor or like this guy who like worked for the company of like the building he was in, and he was like, well, I don't know anything about invisible technology. He's like, okay, dude, cool, wow. Anyways, I'm going to give this film a 8.3 out of 10. Yeah, pretty good movie. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.